Basically because the bikes accelerate so hard now, and they also brake so hard, and also your legs too, changing direction is very important. So they're quite physical and very, very hard to ride.
Do you feel you're going through there all right?
I feel slow.
Right, well, often that's the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got a watch on Eddie now. He's been running in. So you're over a second quicker than Eddie. Eddie's second fast.
Yeah.
Randy and, at this point, Randy and Freddie are both on 31.94. Both on exactly the same time.
That's good. Yeah, get quick here.
Yeah,
no problem.
Don't rush it.
Practice sessions are not so much just to go out and go round and round. The main thing is to set your machine up, because the easier you get your bike to 100%, the easier it is for you and the easier it is to do fast times more consistently for the whole race. So practice is basically understanding the machine, and the trick is to be able to understand your machine quickly. My team is the backbone of my racing, and the most important thing we have is instant communication. We know each other well, and I think that's very important. It means that they can understand me, and they can translate quickly what I need as a rider into improving the bike.
Way too much compression. Every time I go in the corner, it's going boom, right back at me.
At the moment, you're quickest, according to the computer.
What did I get?
I got your 32.97.
It's controllable. It's just coming out of this corner. It's real bad.
Yeah.
This is great. It's easy, you know?
Oh, still shit.
Look at the springs too.
Just really high up.
Yeah. And then bring it down to last, because down low, there's some patches, it's like ice. Yeah. When you touch it, it's just like ice.
You're doing it because it's natural.
Yeah, I like it. It's just I'm not even trying. I'm just going.
It's like it's in through this chicane in the back here. It's too high. It's way up.
What you're saying is we don't have to change anything on the bike. It's perfect.
No, not quite that. The other one, fifth gear, just dirt track, like dirt tracks all the way around there. Just this one, sometimes lets go and sometimes grit, you know what I mean? And so it's better. I mean, it's nearly all the time it grits better. I've never yet raced a bike that's been 100%. It's always been, you know, 90 or 95%, but never had it yet perfect. I'm always searching for something better and better and better. It's probably the worst track of the season for me. We shouldn't be racing here because of the speeds of the bikes now. You're doing probably 120 mile an hour over the top here, and that's no room for error. And if you come off, you ain't going to get up and walk away. And to me, that's, you know, just too much danger for the enjoyment of the sport. But I've got to race here and get on with it, and I've sort of really got to try and put that out of my mind to a certain extent. Those few moments on the grid just before the start of the race can feel like a long time. What I do is try and be calm and centred and have one thing in mind, and that's to win.
Randy Momola absolutely glued to Gardner, with Mackenzie starting to join them. And the defending champion, Eddie Lawson, only 4 points behind Gardner, but retiring to the pits. Fearsomely fast stuff, less than a second between them, and averaging 190 kilometres an hour. It's a Honda-Yamaha dogfight as Randy dashes away. Takes a good look behind him. It really will depend on Wayne Gardner's sheer determination and daring to try and stop him. Gardner sweeps past Momola, back into the lead again. The lead's already changed 8 times. It just goes on and on, chopping and changing as these two fight it out. Yamaha and Honda, American and Australian. Two men, both determined not to lose. In a display of sensational, determined riding, after 14 place changes for the lead and running 1.4 seconds in front of Momola, Gardner takes the checkered flag and is another 15 points closer to the World Championship.
Yeah, Randy ran incredibly well. I just couldn't shake him off. He stuck with me all the way. But you only have to win by a fraction of a second. That's all it takes.
Dangerous, man. I hate this track. I really hate it.
I hate this bump going in here.
Oh,
turn right, you go boom, then it goes, you go fuck. You're just about ready to get out of the throttle, it goes boom, and you stay off for too long.
Oh, dear. You gotta look at my bike, the screen's broken. I thought, you son of a bitch. But it was a good ride, eh? Good race.
Yeah? I think I followed Eddie through there. When he moved into second, he was like, he'd be like 5 miles an hour faster than me, and he'd go right underneath you. You didn't know he was there. So fast, right on the white.
Probably my biggest threat this year is now Randy Momola. I sort of disregarded him at the beginning of the season and didn't think he'd be a problem at all, and he's becoming more and more a problem each race there is. And
Listen to the gun. He's got it in his hand.
Oh, here it is. It's great, eh? So excited.
Circle comes out.
Randy's been around for a long time, and he's been well known as what they call the bridesmaid, because he's never won, he's always second, although this year he might do it, we just don't know yet. He's got his own style, really. He hangs off the bike and he takes risks that not many other riders are prepared to take. He's very, very popular with the crowds and he loves to play up to them. He's been racing now for about 15 years, which makes him the most experienced rider on the circuit. Randy takes his riding very seriously, and I know he's very determined to win this year. Eddie Lawson is this year's defending champion. He's been world champion twice now, once in '84 and again in '86. I respect his ability above all the other riders, probably because he gave me such a tough time last year.
Is it as good as it was here last year? No.